What's the worst thing someone tried to correct you about something you're specialized at? 1. So Canadian lawyer here. I used to do primarily firearms law. I taught a course in firearms law at university. I've been consulted on it by lawyers. I've had judges tell other lawyers to phone me with firearms law questions. I had a law student telling me that I was oh so wrong about firearms law on a particular topic. Eventually they went and cited a particular case, which I politely advised them they were wrong about. They keep going on, talking about how just because I'm a lawyer, and they're a student, doesn't mean they're wrong. Meanwhile I'm just holding my tongue. Eventually someone else chimed in to be like, don't you know who that is? And the case you cited was a case he personally argued and won on, too. Not me. But yesterday I was at a physics lecture given by Donna Strickland, who won the Nobel Prize in Physics last year for her work in lasers. During the questions afterward some kid, either undergrad or young grad, I didn't know him, was all I have a comment more than a question, and proceeded to explain some laser technique to her and that she should use it. Her response was yes, we are well familiar with X in my lab and use it. I was just kind of amazed at the moxie of a kid who tried to tell a Nobel laureate how to do her research in a room packed with hundreds of people. 3. My wife has a friend who studied zoology who once told me that cows can't run or jump. I grew up with them. I, more than once, had to run after or away from them after they had jumped a fence. 4. I studied history at university and worked for a while as a tour guide in Prague, Czech Republic. I had a customer once on a walking tour of the city go really snarky with me because I called the river running through the city the Vltava. He declared to the whole tour that that wasn't its name. I asked him if he'd heard it referred to as the Moldau, as that was the German name for the river during the Habsburg era when German was the official language, but he said no, and was I stupid? The river was called the Danube. I pointed out to him that the Danube doesn't run through Prague and asked if maybe he was thinking of Brno. No, he had definitely read in a guidebook that it was the Danube, and why the hell was he paying money for this tour if the guide didn't even know what the river was called? At which point another tourist in the group showed him her guidebook where it clearly said Vltava, then another showed him a map, and another showed him another guidebook, and so on, until the whole group had basically showed him what a twazzer he was being. He didn't apologize, of course, but at least he shut up for the rest of the tour.